A Soviet tank crew member severely burned all over his body suddenly opens his eyes, giving his comrades cleaning the battlefield quite a scare. Seeing he's still alive, his buddies rush him to the field hospital right away. After the medical examination, the tanker has 99% severe burns covering his entire body, along with a serious case of sepsis. He's got 2 weeks tops, but to ease his suffering a bit, the medic still bandages him up head to toe. However, what nobody expected was, this tanker miraculously pulls through. 3 weeks later the doc removes his bandages, and is absolutely blown away seeing new skin growing back in such a short time. He's stunned. I've been saving lives for 30 years, never seen healing powers this incredible. This kid's got 9 lives. However, as the tanker's body recovers, the doctor discovers he's lost his memory, can't even remember his own name. So, the officer pieces together from the tank's damaged records, that the man's name should be Ivan, who's won the title of Soviet Union's top tanker multiple times. The officer was planning to send him home to recover, but right now the Soviet-German battle is heating up. The front lines desperately need excellent tankers like Ivan, so he arranges for him to board a train heading to the front. But when Ivan sees the wrecked tanks being hauled back from the battlefield, something seems to trigger in his mind, so he can't wait to tell the commander.
Ты кто?
Сержант Найденов.
Танк.
The commander's totally confused, thinking Ivan's definitely got some screws loose, but the deputy officer doesn't think so, because he's often heard frontline soldiers talking about a White Tiger tank. Rumor has it this tank is like a ghost, always appearing out of nowhere from the battlefield smoke, easily taking out all Soviet tanks, then vanishing without a trace in the blink of an eye, forcing Soviet positions to be abandoned. To take down this White Tiger tank, the Soviets specially modified a T-34 tank, not only beefing up the armor and boosting mobility, but also expanding the gun barrel for more firepower. And Ivan went through rigorous selection, with his top-tier tank driving skills, becoming the perfect candidate to take on the White Tiger. Next, he takes a gunner and a loader to test the modified T-34. The tank moves fast while locking onto the target, and boom, the cabin's instantly blown to smithereens. Watching the three work together so perfectly, the commander's suddenly confident about taking down the White Tiger. 2 weeks later, word comes from the front. The German White Tiger tank has destroyed 10 more Soviet tanks. Ivan gets the order and immediately heads to the scene. Just one look at the massive holes in the Soviet tanks, and he's certain the White Tiger must be hiding in the forest ahead. So to lure the White Tiger out, Ivan makes a bold decision. He orders soldiers to drive a tank into a mud pit, then covers it completely with branches, camouflaging it totally, then deliberately parks another tank in the open as bait, to lure out the German White Tiger heavy tank that destroyed over 100 Soviet T-34 tanks in just half a month. Sure enough, when the White Tiger spots the Soviet tank in the clearing, it immediately emerges aggressively. The Soviet commander freezes at the sight. This massive beast, whether in size or gun barrel caliber, completely dominates the T-34, so he quickly pulls out his camera, ready to photograph the tank for future study. But no matter how hard he presses, the camera shutter seems stuck, won't budge at all. As the White Tiger rolls out of the forest, its gun barrel aims at the Soviet decoy tank and fires. Hearing the blast, Soviet tanker Ivan quickly fires up the T-34 in the mud pit, breaks through the bushes, and charges toward the White Tiger at full speed. After locking on, the gunner swiftly swivels the barrel. The loader quickly rams a shell into the chamber, then without hesitation launches an attack on the White Tiger. Boom, the shell hits its mark, but this damage to the White Tiger with its 10-inch reinforced armor is like a mosquito bite. However, the Tiger won't let any Soviet tank slide. It quickly adjusts its barrel, aiming at the T-34. Ivan, seeing this, quickly maneuvers the T-34 behind the destroyed decoy tank, trying to block the Tiger's shells. But the White Tiger doesn't care. With its superior caliber advantage, it unleashes hell on the wrecked tank. Seeing the decoy tank about to be blasted through, Ivan knows he can't just sit there anymore. So while the Tiger's reloading, he immediately reverses the T-34 at high speed, trying to use his superior mobility to catch the Tiger off guard. But weirdly, as the gunner keeps rotating the turret searching for a target, there's not even a shadow of the White Tiger. Ivan's completely baffled. Such a huge thing, did it just vanish into thin air? So he immediately orders the gunner to climb out and observe with bare eyes. Though scared, the gunner doesn't dare disobey. He can only risk his life and try. He opens the hatch, pokes his head out, and carefully looks around. Little does he know the White Tiger is right behind the T-34, its massive barrel like a predator aiming straight at them. As the smoke clears, the Soviet T-34 has been turned into scrap metal. but tank driver Ivan and his 2 crew members are unhurt. Yet the German White Tiger tank, just like always, simply vanishes into thin air. Soviet scouts following the Tiger's track marks discover the trail ends near a swamp. The commander guesses the Tiger probably sank into the swamp, but Ivan tells the commander this is the White Tiger's usual trick, to make the Soviets let their guard down, then strike when they least expect it. The commander figures Ivan's probably shell-shocked, and just drives away from the scene. Soon the final Soviet-German battle kicks off. The Soviets mobilize all forces advancing toward Berlin. At the commander's signal, hundreds of howitzers open fire. Boom boom boom. The tank army charges toward Berlin in full force. Just then, that ghost-like White Tiger appears again, with an overwhelming presence unleashing devastation on Soviet tanks. In moments, dozens of Soviet tanks are completely destroyed. The Soviet soldiers inside, with no time to escape, are all consumed by the flames from the explosions. However, just as the White Tiger completes its ambush, preparing to disappear into the thick smoke, Ivan, driving a modified T-34, quickly pursues. After breaking through the smoke, the White Tiger's gone. What appears is a dead silent village. Ivan drives the tank slowly forward, ordering the gunner to rotate the barrel and observe. When they reach a barn, they sense something's off. Without hesitation, fires a shot at the barn. Turns out there really is a German tank hiding inside, but this tank's just a regular Panther, not the White Tiger. However, the moment the gunner destroys the Panther, Ivan suddenly realizes this Panther might be a trap, so he frantically turns around, and sure enough, the White Tiger's right behind them, locked onto them, watching the white smoke billowing from the Tiger, as if it's taunting them. I just love seeing you hate me but can't do anything about it. Then fires the first shot at the T-34. Ivan, seeing this, quickly drives the T-34 into an alley, using the surrounding cabins for cover, dodging the Tiger's attacks. And while the Tiger's reloading, Ivan quickly bursts out from the cabin, unleashing fire on the Tiger. Boom! Successfully hits the Tiger's barrel, taking away its ability to fight back. The Tiger tries to escape through the smoke again, but Ivan's not letting it slip away right under his nose, so he quickly pursues. During the chase, the T-34 accidentally gets stuck in a mud hole, causing the barrel to be completely clogged with mud. Seeing the Tiger about to disappear from view, Ivan quickly orders the gunner to deliver a fatal blow to the White Tiger, but as the shell fires, the T-34's barrel instantly explodes. Just like that, Ivan loses the perfect chance to destroy the Tiger, can only watch helplessly as it vanishes into the smoke. After that, the White Tiger never appears again, and as Germany declares unconditional surrender, Ivan disappears along with the White Tiger.